Okay, so welcome to another edition of Talk with Wesley. Today I will be speaking with Liberian international footballer. He plays his club football in Czech Republic for Viktoria Plzen, Sampson Dweh. Sampson Dweh, welcome.
Thank you very much. I'm honored to be here today.
Um, so you've been having some quiet time in Czech Republic from the second league to the first league. Now you're playing with Pleasant. We'll talk mostly about Pleasant. So how's the feeling been like playing at the club at that club level?
I think it's a huge feeling for me, especially if you look at the time frame in which I went to Europe and I played one season and then signing for such a huge club with lot of pressure from the fans, from the club, the board. Is a huge feeling, amazing for me.
I know things happen in life fast. But looking at the time you left Liberia, seeing yourself in no time at the level of president, did you expect that?
No, I didn't expect to for it to be so fast. Like after just one season and to a club like Pleasant. But it was something like I anticipated that one day it was going to happen.
And let's look at the genesis. You handled a trial, how to move to Austria camp, and what was going through your mind? Like this is just my second year in Europe, and then I'm giving a trial, not with any team, but a club like Victoria Plzen. What was going through your mind?
Uh, I had a lot going through my mind, especially like sometimes you call it like fear, because you leave from second division and you go to a huge club in the country there, and it all happens so fast. But I think with the help of my former coach from Vishkov and then some foreign players who were there, they helped me settle in pretty well, and everything went easy for me.
Did you feel pressure?
Yes, of course I did. I did.
And there is this thing, like you coming from a second league team to a first league team, and not just an average team, but one of the teams that defends the memo. You ever saw yourself breaking into the first team?
No, not like um the season like I did last season. I think when I signed after the trial, I anticipated to be a part of the team, like fully first team, like maybe after a year or two. But I think injuries helped me to start to play, and when I started to play, I took my chances, and now it's all gone.
Your debut game was against Steppers. You came from the bench, and that was the first game of the season. And then you on the bench. You first half substitution. You guys. It's very difficult to see coaches making changes with defenders in games, except maybe they leading and then they need to defend and stuff like that. Most of the time, always they attack or they need to change, they need goals, they need and like you saw yourself making your debut on the opening day of the league.
No, no. I will be honest with you. I didn't expect myself because in fact, we had like two, three central defenders on the bench, and I was the most inexperienced of all of them. So, but when our captain got the injury in the first half, and then luckily for me, because of how the game was, we were down, and we needed to play football more. So the coach turned to me, and from there, that's it.
That's an amazing experience. And then one experience I want to talk about. In Liberia, normally you play against your Liberian brothers and stuff like that. But on that side, you had the opportunity to play against Oscar Dolly in the Chair League. Your first meeting was on the 5th of November. You won 2-1 away. And what was running through your head before the game? You know that's something like you are not used to it. You play your first season in the second league against different opponents. And then your first year in the top league, you having to go against Oscar Dolly, who been there. I was running through your head.
Um, I think Slavia Stadium is the best in our country there in Czech Republic where we play, and almost every game there are fans they fill the stadium, so the pressure was there. But I think if you look at from July, I started to play regularly. From
Yeah.
July to November, I played some European games too, so it helped me to settle in quite well in this match because I was full of confidence now. I was going there with high confidence. So it was easier for me. But again, it was amazing because in the Czech league, you don't really find full stadium every matches. It's just like maybe Plzen or Ostrava or Sparta. So playing there was another huge feeling for me.
You spoke with Oscar before that first game.
Yes, 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 I did. I
How
did.
was it? What was that?
And he wished me luck, but just for me, not my team.
Just for you, and
Yeah,
you won.
yeah, yeah.
And it didn't take long. Like many people will go to Europe and then it take them time to play the European games. For you, it comes so fast. And in the first year, you had a chance to play in the Europa Conference League. You had a chance to play against Dynamo Zagreb, Astana, the rest of Fiorentina. Those are clubs you heard about 2 years ago while in Liberia. And I know you had the experience playing in the first league in Czech Republic. But you know, that's a different thing going into Europe playing against people like Dynamo Zagreb. You traveling to Croatia, you traveling to Italy. What was this like? What? How was it feeling like?
I think their European games they are always considered the best. That's why all the big clubs in Europe want to participate in European competitions because it's just a different feeling to your league season. Because you get to travel, you get to the clubs make money from there. Even we players we make better money than the Czech league bonuses. So I think. The European competition, seeing myself against teams like Zagreb, teams like Astana, teams like Fiorentina, I think it was like a big step forward to me, and there was also like a motivation that because my team won almost all these teams, so it was like a motivation like I could play on this kind of clubs too, or even bigger clubs too.
The Conference League in the every year with Plzen. The second year you are playing the Europa League. You hope to play the Champions League with Plzen.
Ah, I cannot really
So
speak about
that
my future,
yeah,
but
that's
I
step
hope,
step.
I hope,
So
yeah,
the
step.
debut you
I
had the
hope,
Conference League. Now you
I
in the
hope,
Europa League.
yeah, yeah.
You hope to play the Champions League with them.
Maybe, but yeah, I don't control the future. I just leave that to my agents. I don't really focus on that right now.
Let's look at the title race this year. You are 7 points behind Viktoria Plzen, 7 points behind Slava. The season is still long, just 19 games played. What do you see Plzen at the end of the season? The
For
season is
now,
still long, I know.
yeah,
You got now from the guy go to the championship run and all of stuff. But what do you see Plzen? 7 points
our goal
behind
this year is to win the
Slava.
league. And Slavia, they've been doing pretty well this season. They've been so hard to go against in the league. I think they've won almost all their games. They've lost only once. So we are hoping like second part of the season for them to have a dip in form and we to have a good running form. But I want to win the league with Pleasant. That's my goal with the club now. I want to win the league and win as many trophies as I can
You want to win it this season or next season?
this season.
Because you don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
So let's look at your form as a defender. You have 3 goals in your last 8 games. You now how do I put it? Striker, some kind of way.
No, I
I
think
saw
now.
that. I saw that. I saw that training. That swinging goal. It reminds me of Robbie Van Persie. Yeah, that kind of scoring. What's the source of the scoring? I don't know why. 3 goals in 8 games as a center back.
Yeah, I think now is because my coach there is giving me a bit of freedom now to join attacks and try to help the team as much in attack. And luckily for me, I've been there to help the team to score. But I never wanted like the first phase to finish now because I was on this run. I
Yeah.
believe like after every 2 or 3 games, I was
You
going
score.
to score. So, but we will see the next part of the season.
You talk about this. But let me just ask. The contract runs until 2027, and you're having an amazing form. Obviously, people will expect something. Should people expect something? Personally, I knew about some stuff, but should people expect something? How is chef football? How is chef football treating you?
It's treating me well. Like where I am in Pleasant is there's not much distraction. It's a city, but not like a wide city. So you concentrate on football
Okay.
mainly. So, but for the after season or transfer, I don't really put my head to that. All I can do is play football, pray to God not to get injured, just enjoy football, and whatever happens, my agents they deal with that.
Um, that's it. Whatever happened, the agency will.
Yeah.
There is this thing. It's an open secret. People limit it to Liberians players alone. But for me, I do it globally because I know human beings as a whole, we have certain character. There is a thing of footballer feeling complacent at a certain level in life. Not just footballer, it comes down to ordinary workers, bankers, but mainly footballer. And of recent, if we've been honest, we've had some some of our own guys falling in the same trap. And like they see the same playing in the lower league 2, 3 years and then 4, 5 years they see us at the top. And then they feel complacent and then they feel they are rich. Are you any different? Are you looking at the bigger steps?
Of course, I cannot feel complacent playing for Victoria
Like now
Plzen.
you're
It's
playing,
not.
you are just playing the Orange Cup, you're playing the LFFA division,
Yeah,
and now you're playing the Conference League, the Europa League, you're going Europa League quarterfinal. You think that you have reached the level you wanted to?
no. I'm getting there with every given chance, But my goal and dream is to play in the top five leagues in the world, one of the top five leagues. And I feel like I'm almost there, so I cannot be complacent now. And I feel like even if I'm there, I cannot feel complacent because now my it's not just me who depends on football. My family depends on me playing football. Now my friends around me, I have a lot of people who I'm inspiring day in day out. So I cannot feel complacent at this moment or even in my latter stages of my career.
Talking about the top five leagues, the English league, the German Bundesliga, the Serie A, the Ligue 1, which one am I leaving out? The Spanish La Liga. Which one is your favorite?
English Premier League, of
The
course.
English Premier League. That's a
Yeah,
top league.
yeah, it's a top league. I like it a lot. I watched it a lot when I was home here. So
So, if I may ask, you hope to play in the Premier League one day,
yeah, one day, one
soon or
day,
one day?
one day.
Probably your biggest club in Manchester United,
Yeah, it was the biggest in my career so far.
but not the.
It's not the toughest.
What's the difference?
The one we play against Intra Frankfurt was the toughest because I think now they are in one of the craziest forms in Europe.
Mhm.
Their forwards are in the best form of their lives. Eketike, Marmoush, and as a defender coming up against such players, it's difficult, when they are in that kind of form. And then they as a team, they I think they are well coached now. They are well balanced. They know what they are all doing. And then you have like 60,000 people backing them, the fans in the
What was
stadium.
the result with Frankfurt?
We
Lost?
drew 3-3, yeah. And then you have 60,000 people backing them. It was the toughest one of my.
And then he lost to Manchester United.
Yeah, yeah. But losing losing to Manchester, I think it was because more of experience. Like they have experienced players more than us. They have experienced players. They as a team they are experienced, but it was a good game, but not like tough like I had expected. But Frankfurt was my toughest game of my career so far.
Manchester United was the biggest, and
Yeah, the
Frankfurt was
biggest
the
of my
toughest.
career. Yeah, yeah. Manchester now they are not really on form.
Yeah,
You yourself,
14th in
you
the
can
Premier League.
see. Yeah, they are not really on form. You know, so it's like almost easier to play against them now than
You
to
go
play
with that
against the team.
confidence.
Yeah, you
Like,
go with that confidence to the game. Like you can beat them, you have to press them.
and let's talk about the national team a bit. You are 23 with you got almost over 30 caps.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think 31,
that's
32. I think.
31 or 32 caps.
I think. Yeah.
That's something every young player would like to achieve in a career. You still have a very long career to go. Um, what do you want to achieve with the national team? Playing at the
Uh,
AFCON, playing at the World Cup,
yeah,
winning the
yeah.
AFCON, winning the World Cup. Which one?
The World Cup is something like you can dream it, but if you are on the national team to achieve it, you understand what I mean. Like it's a bit difficult to achieve. But my dream now for the national team is like representing Liberia in the AFCON. It's been 22 years, I think, since last we were in the AFCON, and we just missed out on another opportunity. So playing the AFCON will be a dream for me a big dream for me, because I don't want to talk much about the World Cup because there are big countries who prepare for this, and they are really preparing for this kind of competition. So it's difficult to qualify. We can, but it's difficult in reality. And but I think the AFCON is the realistic one, to qualify for.
Um, we are on AFCON 2025. When I look at the World Cup group, we tear in the group. We have 6 games to go. We are 3 points behind Tunisia. Tunisia is topping the group, and then we are 1 point behind Namibia. We still have a chance, don't you think?
Yeah, we have a chance. We have a big
The thing
chance.
is that the winner of the group goes to straight to the World Cup,
Yeah,
and then the runners up go into the playoff.
yeah.
So
I think we have a chance, And to be runner up too, you have to be one of the best runner up,
yeah, yeah.
because if you are the least, you cannot go
6 games to
there.
go, 3 points behind Tunisia. Don't you think we can?
I think we can qualify, and we can begin with this by March. We need to make a statement with 6 points. We need to improve on our home form because of late we haven't been doing well at home. So I think if we pull our act together and win these 2 games in March, and then we wait for June, the next 2 away games, and we see what our where we stand and our position.
Before you join the national team, we we weren't doing well. Since you came, and it's not your fault. It's a general something. Since 2002, we qualified for the AFCON. Gotten to the AFCON. We've tried on twice, yeah. We had a chance against DR Congo, just a draw. We gave it out. We had a chance to beat Togo, yeah, and go give it out. And there are so many missteps. What I know there are many. What do you think we need to change? I know there are a lot.
Yeah, for me, I feel like I don't like to talk about national team, the difficulties we go through, because you know how we Liberians take it.
Yeah.
Like everyone have mixed opinions. All I can say is like we need support. Like from the entire country. We need to be supported. We need to feel loved. We need to feel like, okay, we are trying to do something. Of course, we are trying to do something. We need to get the assurance like, okay, you guys are the best, even if we are not the best. We need to feel like how can I say, like some compassion.
Yeah.
We need to feel it. But I don't want to go in depth to the many difficulties we face, because today if I go there is we cannot finish. So all I can say is like, just from defense we feel love, and for me I leave administrative part because people know what they are supposed to do. So, and we cannot force them to do it.
Peter Butler handled your debut, right? And then you work with Butler, you work with Keita, you work with Mario Marinita, and now Thomas Tuchel. Of the four, which of them is your favorite manager?
Um, I think it's difficult, but of course I will have to go to with Butler, because um, it's not because he's the best, but because he handed me my debut.
Yeah.
At such a young age, he gave me a lot of confidence. He helped me to mentor me even outside of football.
Yeah.
He helped me a lot through text messages, through calls, even up to now. We
Yeah.
still speak, we
Okay.
still talk. I remember last time when I played against Manchester United, he called me the next day to congratulate me. So I think he's my favorite
So the
because
connection is there.
he's still there. Yeah, he's still there.
You would like to see him with the national team one day?
Yeah, that's for the bosses to decide that.
As let's come out to Pleasant. You've been doing well. Obviously, most often when players are doing well, they get the backing of the supporters. What's your connection with the fans of Viktoria Plzen?
For me, I don't get into much um like connection with supporters. I I want to play football, and then they get connected with me
Okay.
through my football. I don't want to get connected with them, because football is funny. Today you are doing well, and tomorrow, if you start to do wrong, these same fans they bash at you. So you have to play a football and let the fans create that uh, connection with you. So I don't focus a lot on how I connect with them. It's how I do my job and they connect with me, because I need their connection to play football too. So
And your international teammate Devantia just joined the Czech league, and hopefully January you make his debut. And did you speak with him before the move?
yeah, I remember the last game we played in November, I think, or October, I think. Well, it was from one of these national team games, and he spoke about it to me because we were already going back to Czech Republic together, and we had a laugh about it. And I wish him luck, but not against Plzen.
So the league title now is 2-1,
Yeah,
and you
yeah,
hope to win it.
yeah. I hope to win it. I hope to win it.
And what's
I
your
hope.
relationship with the manager?
The head coach there.
Yeah.
Um, he's an old figure. He's not the type like will create friendship with players, so he allows his assistant coaches to be like day-to-day people with the players. But he's an amazing guy. He trusts me, and I am trying my best for him. And we have a relationship, but not like as close as it should be.
Most of the time you play 3 at the back in Plaza. How have you adapted to that system?
Mm, I think it's like following instructions because it's difficult playing three at the
Yeah.
back. People see it as easy, but if you are a big team like Pleasant, it's not easy. If you are a defending team like maybe I call it a smaller club, it's a bit easy. But if you are a big team like Pleasant is in our league, it's difficult because you have to most times play men against men and you have to press winger. So it's like me as a central defender coming from taking care of just central forwards to taking care of both wingers and central forwards. So it's a bit difficult, but I've adapted pretty well and I'm still adapting. I'm still getting used to the system because almost every game we play, we have new instructions, we have different things, we see videos upon videos, how you should improve. So I'm still improving with the system.
So, lastly, let's talk about your dream. We talk about it, but a dream move, the Premier League. How soon do you see yourself, if the possibility exists in the future?
Um, I will be honest with you. Even now in Pleasant, when I just got to Europe, I didn't anticipate to be
Okay.
in Pleasant at this time. So I don't want to think about it. I just want to play football, and yeah, and if it happens, because you never know,
If
it
it
can
happens
happen in
January,
January, it can happen in summer. So I don't want to think about it. I just want to,
you just want to play.
keep my head down and play football.
Something. Thank you for being part of today's episode of Talk with Wesley, and I wish you all the very best of
Thank
luck
you.
in
Thank you.
your career.
Thank
And
you.
this season, you want to win the league with
Please,
Plzen. And Liberians are always divided. Man, I wanted to ask you this: Liberians are always divided. Sampson Dweh with Viktoria Plzen, and Oscar Dolly and Devantia with how do I say it? With Slava. Do you see that reaction like who they want to win the league?
I look at it sometimes, but majority will be for Slavia now because they are two.
There are two against them.
Yeah, and I'm alone. But it's good, like at least we have people who are behind us, who are supporting us. It's good to see sometimes, most times, not even sometimes, it's good to see because you feel motivated to do more. You want to make people proud. Like I remember against Manchester, the past game, I saw like the country was like, okay, and I was like, okay, I need to do more because I think if you are, example, playing for Manchester, if I'm playing for a team like a club like Manchester and they have to see me like every day on television, I think it doesn't just do me proud,
Yeah.
but the entire country as a whole.
Yeah.
So when I see these things, I see them, of course. I don't react to them, but I see them, the negative ones, the positive ones. And even the negative ones, I take the sound ones from there, sound critics, and I improve on what I'm supposed to improve on. So we are grateful, like three of us there, we are grateful to see these kind of things, like happening, like especially from your platforms when you post this about Slavia and Plzen and they are divided like, oh, today the best team win, today
Yeah.
Slavia win, today Plzen win. It's good to see. It's good to see.
Uh, let's put it this way. You've been consistent since you moved to Europe. your first year, your second year, and now your third year. And what's beyond your consistency?
Uh, I think one of the main thing I would say is the people I have around me. My agents, my family, my friends. They don't like want me to stop going. They want me to keep going, keep going, keep going. You know, and I think for me personally, also it has to do with how I am like outside of football as well, because sometimes if you play football and you don't take care of yourself outside of it, it lets you down. So how you carry out yourself outside of football, and then when you have the right people around you who supports you, who advises you, especially the moral support, it pushes you because like you have to do it for them, you have to do it for yourself. So I think my consistency has just been about that.
And now people look up to you as motivation. You are adult to some people. I remember walking through the community once, and then there was this guy playing defense. He called himself Sampson Dweh, and then you had some people Van Dijk, and so people are looking up to you. What's your message to footballers coming up,
Um,
especially the young ones?
just believe in yourself. Just believe in what you do or what you are doing, and most importantly, take care of yourself outside of football, because we have a lot of distractions here playing football. A whole lot. So you have to train harder. You have to know that you want to do it. You want to do this, because I can tell anybody, I was once in school and playing football, but there will come a time in your life you have to focus on one thing. You have to know what you want to do. So I think I cannot tell someone like to leave school like
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
to go to play football, but if it's what you want to do, if you have the passion for it, you need to do it. So it's just that.
Okay, Samson, thank you for being part of today's episode. And all the best of the luck for the season.
Thank you very much. Bye. Thank you.